Let's have court, part 46. Your Honor, good to see you again. Good jurists, etc. They will try, Your Honor. They will try. The massive corporation I've been talking about, the adjudicated criminals, they will try to get this suppressed, Your Honor, before anything ever happens in front of other human beings, a jury, etc. So I'm making a prediction right now. And this is actually Let's Have Court Part 46 demo. Because it's a demo. So here's how it'll go, Your Honor. Here's one moment that may happen. I don't know. So there's a jury sitting there, and you're sitting there, Your Honor. The brilliant lawyers of adjudicated criminal Google, etc. will be there. And it'll go something like this. When it's my turn to speak, I'll stand up, I'll say hello to the jury and all that. And then I'll begin my monologue, my opening statement, whatever you want to call it, like this. Adjudicated criminal Google. Objection, Your Honor! He can't say that! That's going to prejudice the jury! Objection! Your Honor! He can't say that! Of course it's going to prejudice the jury. You're an adjudicated criminal. It'll probably go something like that, Your Honor. And it's said that a shining example of morality, like Google, at least that's how they try and come off to me. They try and judge me, right? The guy who's not an adjudicated criminal, Your Honor. They'll try and get the fact that they're criminals not admissible. They'll say it's irrelevant. That's irrelevant, Your Honor. He can't say that. Strike that. I imagine that's how that moment would go. Because, I think that's information a jury or whoever's deciding the case would find very relevant. Who the criminal organization is who's been convicted of a crime, or who the criminal is and who the criminal isn't. I've never been convicted of a crime. All I have are liars on this website that accuse me of things via their vagaries and community guidelines, Your Honor, in their infinite wisdom, as they become gavelled, adjudicated criminals within the process, Your Honor. The timing of it I find fascinating. Right when I was pondering my suits, lo and behold. Lo and behold, Your Honor. A judge adjudicates them a criminal. Objection, Your Honor! He can't say that. Irrelevant. That'll prejudice the jury. Yeah, you're criminals. Of course it will. Of course it will. Not my actions, son. Yours. Your Honor, they act like I'm the bad guy. I didn't get gavelled a criminal. They did. But, Your Honor, they have community guidelines. I have the law. We'll see which one stands up to scrutiny or which one holds. I have a feeling the law will hold. Since you criminals already anyway. There's another argument that may be made, and I can't wait till it's made, Your Honor. I should really save all this stuff for court and really just surprise the hell out of them, but I'm about transparency. I'm not trying to hide anything here, Your Honor. So let's just put it all out in the open. I'm not like YouTube. I don't hide the evidence. I don't never put the evidence public. I'm not afraid to show my face when I judge you, the people who judge me behind the phrase YouTube team. I'm not afraid to do any of these things. Can you say the same? Of course not. Because you know what you're doing is wrong. That's simple. Your Honor. They know what they're doing is wrong. Anyway, and I proved that yesterday. But anyway, they're going to make an argument that some of the shutdowns or videos taken down is, I am a detriment to their business. That's what they'll say. They dare. They will dare, Your Honor. They will dare. The arguments you will see from the scared, innocent little corporation just adjudicated a criminal. They're the good guys. They're the moral superior people, adjudicated criminals. They're the ones that are going to be all scared and innocent and like babes in the woods. When this subject comes, he was a detriment to our business. Well, wait a minute, guys. Your Honor, they had no problems with detriments to my business. In fact, they enabled it and coordinated with them. They made it a regular thing to be a detriment to my business. They allowed third parties to be a detriment. I literally messaged YouTube one day and I said, this person is costing me money. This person with 200 accounts that's been trolling, saying sexual things, saying horrible things, mocking the death, etc., that they claim to care about, Your Honor. The only people mocking the death of a notable figure was the one he married via her trolling campaign, via a public relations firm or her own people, because she's a publicist, and online is what she does. And I'll prove that in court. There's so much evidence to that effect. It's all out there just to grab. Just pluck it out of the air. Pluck it out of the air. It's right there. Like cherries on the cherry tree, Your Honor. It's all over the place. This is their thing. Publicity, public relations firms, public relations dumps like Alternative Nation, etc., that say right at the bottom, Your Honor, they have 3 packages of publicity that you can buy, small, medium, or large. Do you want to supersize that? That's how they run their site. You got the money, we promote you. What package would you like, and would you like to supersize that? That's who these people are. So they thought they would just unveil this harassment, stalking, and terrorization on YouTube. Your Honor, Google and YouTube allowed it, had no problem, enabled it, because it was in line with their agenda. Get Nick off the air, ruin his reputation, and ruin his business. We like the chaos to drive away his audience, the intentional chaos that we know is going on. I've messaged them about it. I'm sure many people messaged them about it. Do they ever respond? Of course not. Because the agenda is get rid of me. They've proven it, Your Honor. So they had no problem allowing all the detriments to my business and being a detriment to my business as well, Your Honor. I have a video right now on that third channel that they'll never let me use again. I'm making that prediction right now, even though they won't let me use it. That has roughly 60,000 views. That's an interview with a private investigator, a celebrity that I did. That says the type of views I'm capable of getting. That's with suppression as well. That's on the third channel, Your Honor. That's after being shut down twice and being called a scammer outright by this website, by Google, when they took my Google account away and told me that's why they were taking it away. The adjudicated criminal, Google, Your Honor. That's how it all played out. So as far as a detriment to someone's business, no, it was quite the opposite, actually. You people, and despite you being a detriment to my business, despite you, I still got that celebrity interview, even though you people tried to ruin me. The Cornell Estate, Google, etc. I still got it. Even with your suppression, even with you not letting me on pretty much any website, getting me banned everywhere, I still managed to pull that off. That's how good I am. Despite YouTube smearing me as a scammer and liar, Your Honor. Despite them trying to smear me now, saying I'm a harasser. Really? They didn't mind harassment and stalking and terror when the troll farm was doing it, and I'm not even doing it. No problem there. And again, the only one mocking the death was a group of people sent by his own widow, mocking her husband's death. That was coordinated. That was planned. It was obvious. I said it back then. You dare start writing terms like mocking a notable figure's death? I didn't do that. You people enabled and allowed the mockery of his death. It quite upset me, actually. I'm sure you've seen the videos. I'm sure you've got copies right now ready to show in court. Fine. I got things too. Don't worry. So you knew all this was going on. You obviously watched me very closely, and that was obvious from second one. Once I started talking about the dead rock star, Your Honor. They knew exactly who I was, every word I said, every video I did. They can't play Babes in the Woods that they didn't know, blah, 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 blah. They can't. They knew exactly what was going on. So one more time, I want to be real clear, Your Honor, about this. The only people mocking Chris Cornell's death was people from a public relations firm, most likely sent by the Chris Cornell estate or an agent thereof. Nothing like this happened before I started talking about the dead rock star. Pretty obvious where it came from. Pretty obvious why. Pretty obvious how. Pretty obvious when. Via witnesses. That's the thing, you can't hide that. People watched it every day on television. They would come to the comment section and get harassed and stalked and sex talked. And I had to wake up every morning and delete those things as if I were people's personal security guard or something. Digital, virtual security guard. That's what I had to do. YouTube's job. You know, the safe community they're providing. Everyone except my audience and Nikki. Everyone else gets to be safe. The adjudicated rapists, liars, Your Honor, defamers, they're safe. We got to keep them safe. They're allowed to broadcast. This guy we labeled things, never adjudicated anything in court. He can't broadcast because we said so. We adjudicated these decisions. Not a court of law. Meanwhile, they're criminals, Your Honor. Making the judgment. Can we trust anything they say? Of course not. So, as far as the detriment to your business argument, son, you people been nothing but a detriment to mine. You've allowed people to steal my videos, stalk, harass me. You still allowed it. You allowed it, this estate to intimidate, harass, stalk, say whatever, man hanging in bathroom. No problem. It's you, Nick. You're the problem. Well, what about you, Dad? Your Honor, what about you, Dad? I learned it by watching you. No. You're the criminals is what I'm trying to say. What about you? What about you? Is your word good anymore? Of course not. Is that a state's word good anymore? No, I can show you the lies on paper in black and white. Adjudicated. Gavel. Gavelled down by a real adjudicator with authority, not liars, not people in cubicles or at home, working from home or in the office that have just been, their whole entire company has been, just been adjudicated a criminal. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, Your Honor, wouldn't you say? Stifling competition, Your Honor. Guess what they did to me? Stifled my ability to do anything, do business at all. And now they're in the final phase of it, Your Honor, and they're making real desperate moves. But it's good evidence in court. And I expected people to get desperate because they know what they've done. They know they should be paying me damages and not harassing me, not allowing harassment of my audience back then, not allowing these paid-for publicity efforts. I know you guys thought I didn't know what that stuff was, but I totally know what that stuff was because I've seen it before on other people's channels. And unfortunately, Your Honor, I'm the one that YouTube wants to get rid of, so they just let that all go on, despite their claims that they're keeping the community safe for everyone. No, they're not. I had to keep the community safe, my community. I had to be digital bodyguard or virtual bodyguard every day. Why'd I have to do that, Your Honor? Because the agenda was get Nick off the air, ruin his reputation, ruin his business. More evidence, Your Honor. Again, it was like clockwork, Your Honor. 60 thumbs down every day, 63, 62, same number all the time. Then one day it just kind of subsided. Right around the time someone took a flight to Detroit with an insurance attorney. Maybe someone didn't want to pay the bill no more. That's always been my assumption. Or maybe they wanted to go a different route. I don't know. I know YouTube didn't do nothing about it because they didn't tell me. And why would they? That wasn't the goal, to help me get rid of this trolling effort. The goal is to get me off the air. That's all. Another piece of evidence, Your Honor. So when they come to court and make these arguments, and I'm sure they will, I've predicted it. I've given it to you in advance. And I'm not even there yet. So one more time, as far as detriments to business, there's no greater detriment than you people, you adjudicated criminals that run this company. You're the dangerous ones. You ruined my business, not the other way around. No one sued you over me. You know why? Because they're lying. They were going to sue, they'd have sued already. And we all know that. They don't want to. Why? One reason is it would give me credibility. Two, Discovery's a bitch, man. A bitch. And there's got to be records of them hiring public relations firms, etc., Your Honor. Again, they thought they were dealing with a meth head idiot that they could just steamroll. They were wrong. So if I had to guess, they probably just went out and hired a firm, or if they're too cheap to do that, they just use the family members and other people they know. That would be even worse. If they were using those screen names and saying those things, that would be even worse than a public relations firm full of strangers doing it. It's still horrible, and it was deployed by that person to mock her own husband. His death. And we all know where it came from. We all know who was responsible. Even this website knows. We all know. We're not stupid. We all know where the effort came from. Using those screen names. Using those words. That I don't even like talking about, honestly. That's what we're dealing with, Your Honor. It's not a joke. It's not an exaggeration. It's not me being dramatic because I'm pissed off or something. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with someone that calls an insurance attorney minutes after her husband dies. We're dealing with someone who, despite the A-list funeral, is in Hollywood forever with a little placard as a gravesite, despite being worth $20 million. That's who we're dealing with, Your Honor. The kind of people that cut stepdaughters out of wills. That's who we're dealing with. The kind of people that run press releases, Your Honor. Smearing an ex-wife because they don't want to pay the bill that Mr. Cornell agreed to while he was alive. And when the ex-wife comes to the estate to collect while it's in probate, they object to the claim. But in the press, And in the court documents, they smear Miss Silver, Chris Cornell's ex-wife, and say, we don't know why this lawsuit's happening. Why would anyone think we wouldn't fulfill our obligations? That's what they say to the public that don't know no better. Then you read the legal documents, and they say, you objected to my claim. That's the only reason we're in court right now. And when an estate's in probate, you have to make your claim then. You have a certain amount of time. You objected to my claim. When it got to court, the estate tried to get the case dismissed. Not only objecting to the claim, now they want it dismissed. But meanwhile, in the press, whole different story, Your Honor. That's what these people are. Publicity. Smear you in a court document. Meanwhile, the truth, when you read the documents, is quite the opposite of their words that estate put out. I'm sorry, people. I don't cut stepdaughters out of wills. I don't call insurance attorneys when someone significant in my life dies within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it was. Minutes was the phrase used. I don't run behind the scene publicity efforts to stalk, harass, and terrorize people. I don't send thugs after people. I don't call authorities on people. Even though they may be trying to kill me. Who knows what those guys were there for? If they only would have had the balls to get out of the car, huh? Guess they didn't have that. My point is, Your Honor, they've been trying to paint me as something negative and the bad guy. Two parties that I'm talking about specifically right here. The Chris Cornell estate via behind the scenes, trolling efforts, stuff like that. Communications with websites that I'm on to get me taken down. Stuff like that. I'm the one being followed around and stalked. I have no idea where those people are, because I ain't looking for them. They always looking for me, though. You can believe that. Always. They sent men to come look for me. They sent authorities to come look for me, even though they knew I didn't have a record before they sent them. Your Honor, again, they keep these two parties, and Google, the adjudicated criminal, these are the ones trying, or have ruined my rep and my business via their coordination. And at the very least, Your Honor, if they want to deny coordination, which I don't know how they could, but they will anyway. Of course they will. If they want to deny that, just the fact that they allowed that trolling campaign to go on day after day, where I had to do their job to keep the community safe every day. As they labeled me a scammer, and now they're trying to label me a harasser. No, I'm the only one that's been harassed in this scenario, and my audience. That's it. One party is an adjudicated criminal, Google. The other party sent thugs, called FBI, sent forth a trolling effort that literally mocked her husband's death. And YouTube, Google, whoever, allowed the whole thing. That's that party. Then there's so they're the adjudicated liars as well. I can read you those documents. I don't know if anything they say can be taken seriously, Your Honor. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm being judged by a company that is now an adjudicated criminal, and a family that resorts to mob tactics to get to me, people I love, etc. But I'm the bad guy, they say. they'll say as they play clips of my videos in court. Yeah, I'm not. And I think over the years, as people have watched, the few places, the few times I was even allowed to broadcast, without interference from publicists or their minions or stalkers or crazy people or sociopaths or adjudicated criminals, I tried, Your Honor. They made it impossible, and they're still making it impossible. And one more time, the type of people they keep trying to convince the world that I'm somehow the bad guy. Meanwhile, they've become adjudicated criminals. They're doing the work of the mob for them by doing all this. And they are now the adjudicated criminals. That's your reward for doing that work for them. And you guys have hundreds of billions of dollars. What is that estate ever going to do to you? You guys got more money than God, Your Honor. Their money's a joke compared to what Google has. So I don't see the fear here. Not many other people take them seriously. I don't know why you would. Why would anyone take them seriously? So, I guarantee you this. Google and YouTube, if you would have allowed me, and Facebook and TikTok and all the websites, if they would have allowed me to broadcast unimpeded, they would have never gotten sued by those people. And even if they did, they would have lost in 5 seconds. So that would have been a problem. And I would have made you, just by traffic alone, on what I was doing and what I planned to do back then, what I had planned, I would have made you well over whatever you would have lost in a lawsuit or the legal fees for them to lose their lawsuit. You know that. That's why you had to stop me. That's why this final phase thing's going on. Again, people, and Your Honor, I just made all the Froggies leap the other day. And by Froggies leap, I mean the nefarious entities I am describing to you. Those people. That's what I'm talking about. Why do they leap, Your Honor? They leap because what I'm saying is true. That's why. That's why they leap. And that's the only reason. Because when they put up publicity things and then I talk about it and within an hour or a day it's gone, and I only get 150 views, there's no need for that. There's no need to take things down. Who am I? Throwing my rep in business. Who am I? My point is, there's a reason the Froggies leap after 7 years. After they've shut me down 3 times. And I only get 100 views now, Your Honor, on the better videos. They're not circulating them anyway, Your Honor. They're only pretending to allow me to participate. And without their suppression, algorithmically, however they do that, all websites do it. I guarantee you're put on tiers, depending on your performance on the website, that the adjudicated criminals, they're the ones that get to judge your performance. So there are tiers of promotion, I guarantee. I'm not even a coder, Your Honor, but I know they exist. Some people get promoted. When you go to your feed, you're going to see certain people first. You're going to see other people never. That's what I mean, Your Honor. Algorithmically suppressed. Shit, you can pay for a privilege algorithm on Twitter. You just pay $8. Your shit gets boosted up right to the top, Your Honor. How would they do that? They'd have to do that through code, right? A programmer would have to make that happen. In other words, a programmer would have to form tiers of promotion. People we like, people that make us money, be they adjudicated rapists, defamers, etc., we don't care. Up here at the top, they're going to show up in people's feeds. Nikki that we shut down 3 times, and the goal is to get him off of any platform, anywhere, and off of the air. He's at the bottom tier, where no one has any chance of seeing except core people that I've developed over 7 years. That's where I'm at, Your Honor, and it's obvious. On TikTok, nobody sees my videos. I just deleted the app today. What good is it? It's worthless. I didn't want to be on TikTok anyway. I had to go there because of these people. I had to expand out to other places. If they just would have left me alone here, I would have just stayed here. I liked it here at first. Then they made it their mission to never let me broadcast. 3 channels and counting, Your Honor. Gone. Years of work. Gone. Reputation. Gone. Not by my words, by this company's words. You know, Your Honor, the adjudicated criminals. Those people. That's why all that's gone. And because they allow stalking, terrorization, and harassment of me and my audience back then. They enabled it. So, Your Honor, those are the people that judge me. A court of law judge them. Karma, Your Honor, I guess we could call it. I don't know. But you have a good day, Your Honor. Good to see you again.